Hey, this is Brent with Vintage Statements, and today we've got this nice Tallboy that we're going to do an ombre pattern on. So follow along, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. Alright, to start with, we're going to remove all the hardware. We're going to check the subframe, make sure everything's great on it. The big thing after we start sanding and getting this taken care of is keeping these doors, or these drawers, in order, because we're going to start with the darkest color and work our way to the lightest color with a white frame. So, let's get the hardware off, let's sand it down, clean it up, paint it, scuff it up, wax it, and get this thing looking pretty cool as a modern piece. So, I got my screwdriver, and let's get this hardware on. Alright, everybody's favorite part, right? Sanding. 80 grit sandpaper, got my DeWalt sander. Anything that's a flat area, we'll be using the DeWalt sander. Anything with the grooves or edges will be hand sanding. So overall, looks like we're gonna get pretty lucky on this one and get to be able to scuff sand all of it or most of it with the DeWalt sander. Make sure you're hitting everything. That paint will stick a lot better. You'll have a longer lasting effect and paint if we scuff it really nice. So here we go. Alright, sanding's done. Now we can start painting. So for the frame, we're going to use our Behr Prime and Paint interior eggshell. The color is called Tailors Chalk. So white frame, and then we're going to work on the drawers separate after we get the frame done. So 2 coats, and then we'll start working on the drawers. We have our 2 coats on the frame, and now we can start working on the drawers. And this is where you can get pretty creative and have a lot of fun. And well, we have 4 drawers here for this set. So we're gonna go from a dark color, and we're gonna work our way up. So this is gonna be our cup. We started with our darkest color. We're gonna put 2 coats on this. We're gonna set it aside. We're gonna grab the next drawer. We're gonna put a little white in it. We're gonna mix it. We're gonna do that twice. We're gonna set that drawer aside, add a little more white to it. We're gonna do the 3rd drawer, set it aside, and that 4th drawer will be our whitest of the mix. And so this gray will actually go down in the consumption, and the white amount will quantity will go up, which will give this a nice lighter ombre effect without it being too structured. A lot of people will go white and gray or white and black, and they'll do white and black, and then they just mix a little bit in as in another cup. I like that little blend effect, so I start with one end and I work my way up, or my whitest, and work my way darker. So today we're gonna go dark to light. Here we go. we got our 2 layers of paint on all the drawers, the frame. We've let it dry, and now what we're gonna do is scuff sand it up, give it a vintage feel. This is a step that you could skip at your own house, but here at Vintage, well, we're gonna add it. Got the old 80 grit sandpaper that we used to sand down the piece, and well, we're just gonna use it again, give it some marks, and some nice vintage feel to it. So let's get started. Alright, we've scuffed it up, wiped it off again, and now we're going to add our mini wax paste finish, natural. Got an old sock. Going to go over the piece, wipe it on, wipe it off. We're going to start putting hardware on, get this under the tree for those pictures. So this basically will be the last time you see it before it's done. Here it is completed, about a 3-hour project total. We sanded it down, we scuffed it up, got ready for paint. We painted the frame a Tailors chalk white, and then we used a carbon copy gray, and we ombreed it up. Then we scuffed it up and gave it a nice little wax to finalize it, and well, I think the transformation is quite amazing. It's gonna look great in somebody's house. I can't wait to see it there. If you like this project and many others, subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll keep doing some pretty cool projects.